Hello, everyone. Yes, breaking news: the president has lifted ban or opened the borders, and also the ban on Niger Republic, Guinea. He has lifted restrictions on their air, land, and water. I want you to react to this because Nigeria's image is seen as something of a play. It's no more the big brother of Africa. Let's get a reaction.
Um, Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depends on the location you are hearing me from. All our viewers, God bless you, God bless the works of your hands, God bless you good and you're coming in Jesus' name. Now, back to the question. This is what it is. This is what happens when a country has a leadership problem. I've always said from the beginning, before the election, that the person you are going to elect, make sure that person has a standing well respected all over the world. Make sure that this person has, number two, a very good vice presidential candidate. And when you vote for the president, then the vice is the second. The image of him and of his vice will tell globally. And this is what is happening now. What should be your last card? You know, I've always said it in what, if you are playing what, even in football, your substitution, your joker, in what, that is your last card, should be your best card. You don't play your last card as your first card. That was a mistake that our president did. Now it has backfired. You understand? Because I don't know, okay, now that you have lifted the ban, to what effect? Is there jubilation in the army? There's no jubilation now. Because now, they have now formed a confederacy with Burkina Faso and Mali. They were prepared for today. What should have done at last, we're now doing it at first. No effect, because when it happened, I'm a kind of person, I don't come here to, I always tell people, when you listen to me, listen with an open mind. You understand? I always read, I do my research, I just don't come here to criticize and all those. I was looking at the Nigerians after our president's decision, which was, I felt that it was impulsive. Assuming I have good advisors, will have advised him. You took off the electricity, you closed the land and sea border. Do you know how many people that died in the hospital when you cut off the electricity to Niger because of this ECOWAS standoff? Okay, now what has it, many people died in the hospital.
What has it achieved?
Yes, now many people died in the hospital. There were many people that died. There were many people that fell ill. You understand? Due to this decision. But now that they've now formed the confederacy, you're not aligning now with Russia. Now you're now opening the border. What is the benefit of beating a dead horse? It is dead. It is dead. You have made it, but this is a very grievous mistake. Assuming you did this thing at first, you have seen wild celebrations in Miami. That is the capital. You understand? But now I was looking at, I was on Twitter. I didn't see any reaction. You're not surprised? Okay, now you said what you did now should have been done, assuming they go back to democratic system of government. Have they gone back? Is it not the same junta that is there? Is it not the same military president? What have you achieved? Nothing. Instead, Nigeria will now be seen as a very weak state. ECOWAS, now other nations that want to carry out a coup with this confidence, now they are going to do it. Well, I don't know if they use Niger as an example. You did the same thing to Guinea too. So what is the effect? It's of non-effect. You understand?
It seems the closure of the border affected Nigeria the most, not the Niger Republic.
That's what I'm saying. That when electing a president, look at the vice. It is very important. Number one and number two, they will think combination of Obasanjo and Atiku. They are doing good luck. Good luck and Amari Sambo. You can't compare Tinubu and Shetima. So that is the problem. It's not about you are from any tribe and something. It affected them more in the north. You should have looked at the complexity of the northern states. You see, when these people during the Berlin conference, when they divided Africa, they didn't take into effect the complexity of African nations. Forget about Nigeria and Niger are two different countries. If you are in Zamfara, if you are in Katsina, and you are in Miami, forget it, unless you listen to the language, it is almost the same. They're like brothers, other people are Niger. So what you did affected more of other people, and even them. So you should have taken that into effect. You should have listened. You understand? I was telling before you elect a person that listens, someone that takes into your account your own pains. You understand? So this is the problem of a non-listening president.
Okay, the opening of the border will benefit Nigeria.
Yes, now it is going northern Nigeria. It will benefit them too, but at least they are coping. But northern Nigeria, because they are like brothers. You know what I mean? They are like brothers. Because look at it from the political point of view. When he closed the border, you know people were asking him that anything that happened in Benin Republic, which are like your own brothers too, they are like our brothers in Benin Republic. Are you going to close Benin Republic border? So from the first from the first time, it looked like a political something, like you are trying to make the north at a disadvantage. You know, and they came out, the northern elders, their imams, the traditional rulers, and said no, that this is a war against them, but they are brothers. You can't separate them. If you are in Miami today, you are in Maradi in Niger, and you are in Katsina, you are in Zamfara. It is like you are in the same place. There's only little difference because they are brothers, their language are the same. It's like you are in Osun State and you're in Ajase in Benin Republic. It's almost so they are almost the same thing. They are brothers, they are intertwined. So he should have listened to his advisors. That means if he even have good advisors, or his deputy or his vice, when making this decision, so that Nigeria will be seen like a very weak country. You understand? Imagine I was telling someone. Yes, now there was a time under Obasanjo, military carried. That's why you see when I praise these people, it's not that they were perfect. Obasanjo was not perfect. Yeah, that was not perfect. They were not perfect, but they had the spirit of leadership. There are some things money cannot buy. You understand? They have the spirit of leadership. Now, under Obasanjo, in this Africa here, military they carried out a coup against the president. The president ran here. Obasanjo escorted that president back to his country. Instantly, democracy was installed. Why? The name of the president, Olusegun Obasanjo. So the name matters. You understand?
And the reputation of the president matters.
Because they see, you know what I'm telling you. These people, they are no, see, it doesn't convince they are watching us. Forget the same way I can tell you what happened today in China. And there was a gas explosion in China, another China. One person that were injured. It's the same thing now. What is happening in Nigeria here? International community, they are seeing it. They are watching us. Nigeria now is supposed to join BRICS. This Britain, this Brazil, Russia, India, Iran, and something. This
Canada, South Africa.
But Nigeria was not admitted. Ethiopia was. Egypt was. That is the other a supposedly giant of Africa. They can see what. Imagine it was under Obasanjo. Won't they gladly accept Nigeria? Or is going to accept a quote like a liability? You know what I'm saying? So everything you are doing, just do the right thing. We are in the internet age. What's happening? The world now is a global village. What's happening in the US, in the UK? Open your phone. You're going to see it.
Okay. Let's talk about Labour Party senators. Looking at how Obedience are disappointed. Look at what Ningi did. It is expected that Labour Party should have been the ones doing the same thing he did. So what's your take?
You see the reason why even during the pre-election, when I kept shouting, I don't belong to a political party, which is a fact, but I am obedient. I kept shouting it. Some people, they don't understand. They were, even some obedient, some Labour Party members were insulting me. Why would you say they belong to a Labour Party? You are just obedient. I said no, there are two different things. Because in Nigeria, the parties are almost the same. No ideology. Now, have you ever seen a Nigerian politician that ever changed his religion from Christian to Islam? It is very hard. Because in that religion, there's ideology. But in our politics here, you see them cross-carpeting. Labour in the morning, something in the afternoon, PDP in the night, APC in the morning. Because those parties, they lack ideology. They are the same thing. These are people that are supposed to separate themselves and fight for the citizens. Not about the name Labour, the name Labour Party. But look at them. It took a PDP senator that stood up and said, senior now said 500 million to senior members, 75 million to him. In the first instance, who are they fighting for? You know, we just discussed this yesterday. I told you that I don't expect anything from our politicians, so they can't disappoint me. They can't. If I support you, I look at your background, I look at what you have done. When I supported Peter Obi, I look at his background, I look at how he was impeached for not inflating the budget. I look at how under him Anambra became a safe place for the citizens. I look at even what this Evans kidnapper said, I could not operate in Anambra. So I looked at everything and said, this one is good for a president. When they even called that, Peter Obi is very stingy, you go to manage, I said, no, this one is a good presidential candidate. But the Labour Party members, what is the difference between them and APC and PDP? Because from the first onset, when they receive cars worth 160 million naira each in the midst of this hardship, I said, these people, you have to stand up to this Senate president, because I feel this Senate president, the combination of the Senate president and this our president Bola Ahmed Tinubu is a bad omen for this country. The both of them, their ideologies are almost the same thing. It is take and take and take. For the I don't think they have empathy for the citizens. But if you have empathy, we're discussing about this first subsidy something. The only thing we are enjoying as a nation is first subsidy. Now, you remove first subsidy. That first subsidy now, that when we enjoy, you remove it. Citizens are suffering. Even that I just they are the politicians. 500 million naira for one person. And you, 8 Labour Party members in the house, they could not, even if you could not say anything, now that nigga has stood up, should have supported him at least for the optics. Now in 2027, I said it here, people thought, oh, you have started again. Like I always say, people should rise up. Don't follow political parties. Presidency, Peter Obi, that one, there's no two ways about it. But in the Senate and others, look at these people, look at them, read about them, because majority of them became senators with the name of Peter Obi. Yes, now people voted for them because of Peter Obi. Why would they vote for some? Who are they? What have they done? Who knows that? They voted for them because of the capacity, commitment, character, and the competence of Peter Obi. Forces, they voted for them. Now look at them. Are they replicating what Peter Obi would have done? No. No, now are these disciples of Peter Obi? No. As you can see, now they went there without ulterior motive, which we are seeing now. Labour Party senators are big disappointments. Even though they don't disappoint me, because I don't expect anything. It's like for example, at this country, everybody's complaining. I've complained, because I don't expect anything from this government. The same thing. These senators, I can't be disappointed. I know they're politicians. They don't care about us. They don't care about us now. Leadership with no impact is waste of time and resources. You must impact the life of your people. Awolowo, when he was a regional head in the southwest, impacted us. Legacy is there. Free education. You know what I'm saying? So when they elect you to lead, it was I was telling my colleague, I said, can you compare Saraki's Senate now with this one? Everything the president wants, they pass it. Inflation, they've been inflating. This is not the first time. You have to say the truth. In Nigeria, it's the same thing. And when you stand up to them, they will take house rule, suspension. You understand? So leadership without no impact is just a waste of time and resources. And maybe even going forward, I said yesterday, what do we need 2 houses for? One, bicameral legislature is useless. Unicameral, the same thing that the House of Rep will do, Senate will replicate, and they are collecting money. Senators, how many heads under them? Just free money, and the average citizen now in Nigeria can't even afford anything. And this labor, you use the name of a competent man, one with character, to campaign. Peter Obi, Peter Obi. Okay, now they've elected you. Just do as Peter Obi would have done. Stand up for your people and say, no, these people are suffering now. Why are you sharing 500 million? 500 million for one person. Now, look at it now. The education loan, that it has been suspended. I told you. I said, you don't know these people, I know them. This is like a government of see, you can campaign with propaganda, You can win with propaganda. You cannot govern with propaganda. That is the difference. Look at everything. The student loan, no. If you enter loan, no, you are going to now look at it. Let me make a statement today. It seems that in Nigeria, it seems that the PDP are good in governance. They are not good in opposition. One. Two, it seems that the APC are good in opposition. They are not good in governance. This is the problem of the nation. Now, the only opposition we have now, one opposition, not even Labour Party, they are the obedience. They are the only one that are shouting, that are crying, that are painting the image of this country good. Only the obedience that are shouting. Because if not, who owns this space? I'm talking about Twitter. It is the obedience now. You do not say, yesterday, we saw a man, no name. He wanted to insult our gubernatorial candidate in Lagos State. That was just saying, you know the man is the one comedian. It was one of our people that is finish him. Baba Surelode at 23%. Time, you don't have time.